Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of the Cigars and Everything Else podcast. We're in episode 75. I had to look, man. I forgot, man. My memory be bad with this. Hey, my name is Jared, man. What's up? What you got?
I was saying 3/4, man. 3/4 of the way to 100.
Yeah. We 3/4 of the way, or either we halfway to season 3. Either way you want to look at it. You know what I mean? But that's my guy Denzel. You know what I'm saying? And we are the complete duo. I hate calling you co-host, man, because I feel like I'm trying to claim top host or something. But we're each other's co-hosts.
Hey.
But
Yeah.
you know, I'm 75 episodes in, and my intro is Jack. You know what I'm saying? But so be it, man. Hey, look, you think I have a lot of experience by now with this, right? You know?
Yeah, we just automatic, man. That's we got it though. It's all good. It's all good.
Hey, man, it's all good, man. Because, look, this might be the last one of the year, so we got a little treat for the cigar smokers this week, man. You know, so I'm looking forward to this one.
So we're gonna close it out right. We got some good cigar talk. Like you said, a nice treat for the cigar smokers. Something that we want to put in front of everybody to grab some attention. If you're looking for a good smoke, we got some things to highlight, some things to talk about, some things to address, some things to think about too, as cigar enthusiasts, connoisseurs, aficionados, whatever you want to call yourself. You know, we have some things to address. So I'm ready to get to that, man.
Most definitely. But first and foremost, let's address what we're gonna be smoking today.
Mm-hmm.
You know, for me myself, I'll go, because you already know what I'm smoking. I have the La Aroma de Cuba, the Reserva. I always do this. Come on, man.
She'll light it, man. Okay, we got a little bit. We got a little bit. You got a little bit. Cool.
She a little cutie on the band. There you go. She right there. So I'm gonna give you some specs on this right here, and then I'm gonna give you some information from the humidor, straight from the humidor. You know what I mean? Now, what I have is a San Andreas wrapper, Nicaraguan origin, Nicaraguan binder, Nicaraguan filler. And there we go. Now,
nice.
Also, what just caught my eye says this was a 94 rated cigar.
94.
It caught my eye. It was right beneath all the other information. I didn't see it until just now, so I said it.
Until just now.
94 rated. Yeah, until just now. I'm like, oh.
Okay.
So, 94 rated cigar. So, this is supposed to be good stuff. I go to the humidor, and I'm torn. I'm like, man, it was the Reserva and the Velasco or something like that, man. I forget my Spanish. You know what I mean? Hold on, I'll tell you what it is. It was the Belicoso.
Okay.
Probably how you say that. You know. Anyway, I was torn. So, you know, I'm like, Garçon, come here. I call him over here. I'm like, chop, Garçon. You know, which one do you choose between these two? You know, I'm undecided. And he says, Reserva. And I'm like,
did he say that confidently or?
Very confident. He was like, you know, they're both great. I smoked them all. He was like, you know, but this one right here is going to give you just a little bit more. It's a little closer to a full body. It's going to give you a little more hardiness, but it ain't harsh. It ain't too heavy or nothing like that. It ain't crazy. And, you know, this is my go-to between the two. And then he was like, it's made by, and he called off some Spanish fella's name that I didn't recognize. And then I said, who'd you say? And he pointed at the poster, and I look up and it says, My Father's Cigars. And I said, blended by My Father's. I said, that's crazy. I said, you know, it seems like My Father's and AJ Fernandez got their hands in everything. He said, yeah, but it's a big three. He said, them and Plasencia. I said, yes, Plasencia does partner with everybody.
Yeah.
Big three. He said, yeah, but it's a good stick. It's made by Ashton.
Okay.
So,
nice.
La Aroma de Cuba is actually an Ashton brand, but
good company.
My Father's does all of Ashton's blends.
That's good company. Because I'm actually fond of Ashton. Ashton is a name that you mention. I automatically go to a place. So I like Ashton. Ashton takes me back.
But you see, did you realize that all they cigars were blended by My Father's?
My Father's? No, I didn't. Not
which
till now.
would explain why you had a respect for him. You know what I mean? Initially, because my father's is they like that. You know what I'm saying? That's one of your top brands, and they blend everything for Ashton.
Yeah.
So man, you know, it's always some good information to pick up on, man. You know what I'm saying? The industry's smaller than you realize sometimes.
Yeah, like just understanding how these roads cross. You know what I'm saying? Who's reaching out to who's partnering with who's teaming up to create what. And it's good to see. I like to see it. I like to see that level of competition go up. I like to see that level of collaboration come together and just continue to make these products better and better and better every time out. So shout out to the three pillars. Now that we know it, the three pillars.
Yeah.
And everybody else who decides to reach out to them to get right.
Yeah, most definitely. Most definitely. And while we at it, I'm going to finish up with this. Black Santa and eggnog and rum inside. Some spiced rum and some eggnog to go with it, man.
Oh, there we go.
Merry Christmas. Ho, ho, ho to you all.
Yes, sir. Hey, and you see I got the Christmas sweated out. I'm all the way in, ready to enjoy the festivities, the holidays, all of those good things, in kind of a vacation mode of sorts. So yeah, I'm good, man. I'm good and settled. So definitely some cigars are going to get smoked over the next couple of weeks while we go into the holidays, get into the new year. Man, it's a festive time. This is the time to consume, as many sticks as possible. This is the season for cigar smokers. If you're in a cold environment, go find you a nice lounge. If you're like me and you in Texas now, go out on your patio and enjoy the weather. This is it. This is it. We down in Florida, California. I got it. Hey, I'm gonna go after the show. I will be on my patio finishing up our stick for the day. Enjoying the 70-degree weather in December. I'm okay with it. My Christmas sweater is enough to make me feel, festive and holiday season like. I don't need the cold to go along with it. I'm good on that.
Hey, bro, I'm gonna tell you like this, man. Don't let the jacket fool you, man. We feeling it's nice and patio weather out here in Georgia too. You know what I mean?
Just patio weather in Georgia.
Be clear, it's patio weather right now in Georgia too. I can go out on the patio too if I chose to.
Let's get it in. That's what I'm talking about. I like it.
On me with your Texas weather. You know what I mean? What you smoking on though, bro?
Hey, before I get into that, I suffered for some years out in Northern Virginia. So hey, look, I'm soaking this in.
DMV was rude.
It was. So tough. It was tough getting through these episodes in the wintertime.
Yeah.
But we did it though. But all right, man. So what I'm rocking with today is the Partagas, man. I'm going Partagas today. White band here. I don't know if we can see it. There we go. We got it a little bit. The 1845 Flor de Tobaccos. White label. There's several different sticks with the same name, different labels. This is the white label. White label. So I'm looking forward to smoking Partagas. I don't grab them a lot, but it's one of those cigars that you hear really good things about, pretty consistently. And I haven't experienced them as much. I might have smoked maybe 2 Partagas in my whole entire time of smoking cigars. So I'm looking forward to this one. Ready to go ahead and give it a shot. If I'm not mistaken, we talked about it before. It's one of MJ's, it's one of Jordan's favorite brands. It's one of his go-tos. Yeah. So, we're going to see what this white label has in store. Give you a little rundown.
That's the way to close out the GOAT year, man, with the GOAT cigar brand. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I didn't even think of that.
Cigar brand, anyway.
GOATs. Both of them 23s, man. But my GOAT, we already know who our GOAT is. It's not even a debate.
No, I didn't say the GOATs like that. I meant like, not that it's the GOAT cigar. Like, Partagas ain't the greatest cigar of all time. I just meant it's
no. I mean like the GOAT
cigar.
I thought you were meaning MJ and LeBron. GOATs when you said S. And you I thought you was in season tournament
in a possessive way. In a possessive way, not as in a plural way.
Apostrophe S.
Yeah.
It's the GOATs year. I thought you was throwing LeBron in there. I was maybe trying to give LeBron a little credit today. I mean, I
man, I forgot he was 23. He was 6 to me. You know what I'm saying? I forgot he was 23.
When you think 23, you think Draymond before you think LeBron.
Man, I don't think none of them dudes. I think Mike and anybody else is an imposter to the number.
You know what? You know what? Honestly, and I thought they were going to do this in the league to where nobody should wear 23. I honestly, if they're not going to make MJ the logo, you gotta ban this number. If you ain't gonna make them the logo, nobody wears 23.
Yeah. And see, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm cool with what Kobe did as a homage to Mike. He said, you know, I'm chasing Mike, but I'm trying to be better than Mike.
Better.
So he went with 24, but it was a homage. You know what I'm saying to Mike?
Yeah. It was out of reverence. So we get that.
Yeah,
we get that. So shout out to Kobe for that.
Everybody's rocking that. We know why you wearing 23 because that number don't look good on a jersey till Mike made it look good. Truthfully, you know what I'm saying. Nobody would have ever wanted that number without Mike. That number is only cool because Mike made it cool. Like, trust me, there are a lot better looking numbers on the jersey than 23.
23, but Mike made it that number. 23. That is an odd number. You think about it, right? 23. Yeah. Nobody was looking at 23 until MJ. So
your ones, your threes, your sevens, your 11s, 12.
Yeah.
People wanted those numbers. 32, 33, 34.
33.
Those are all numbers.
Yeah.
But like 23, I don't know. Yeah. I would like to hear the story. I never even looked up the story behind it. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Well, of why he decided to go with 23 or how he ended up being 23. That would be, he made 23 the number. It's a badge now, you know?
Yes,
it's a badge. 23 is a badge. But, you know, it was the season's forgiven. So I was trying to give LeBron a little credit, I guess, you know.
Give it back, boy. I don't want him having that, man.
Snatch it back. But let me give you a quick rundown of this Partagas. So we have the origin of Dominican, the wrapper's Connecticut broadleaf, the binder Honduran, filler Dominican.
Yeah.
Mixed bag here. I've been grabbing a lot of those mixed bags.
Melting pot. The melting pot sticks.
Little smell test here. Smells sweet. Smells sweet.
Now I done seen you grab multiple cups since before we got on air and while on air. So what you pairing it with?
So right now I have this I have some tequila, some Casa Noble, you know, kind of give you that good feeling inside. But then I have this concoction. It's a coffee cream concoction. And I actually might end up tipping this tequila inside of it and, you know, making it a merry drink, you know?
Most definitely.
I think it actually goes pretty good together. I've been bouncing back and forth, and I actually might just go ahead and combine them.
Commit to
a little leery about it at first. So, you know, I might go ahead and commit to it. You know, so let's get it in.
All right, well, let's get these sticks lit up and going, and then I got a question for you, too.
Okay. So I am going with a cedar stick.
Straight cut? Or you punching?
Straight cut. No, I went with a straight cut. But I am going with a Bic though. That's all I had. we got some big talk today. And I'm disrespecting this Partagas with the Bic. But I got some cedar spills, okay? I got some cedar sticks. So it's okay. It's okay. It's okay. Honestly,
fit. If Mike knew you was putting that Bic on that Partagas, man.
I'm putting it on the
go
cedar.
Talk for this? Disrespect? But I knew you was an undercover Braun lover.
I tried to sneak in a Braun real quick. And now I'm lighting the Partagas with a Bic. Now I got the cedar. I got the cedar lit. We're going with cedar.
Well, say, man, that's that Pistons fan coming out of you, man.
The hate never dies, man. The hate never dies.
Hey, man, while we getting this going, go ahead.
I was saying the cedar really complements the fragrance I'm getting right off the stick, pre-lit. And it's really nice so far. So I am expecting a superb aroma once I get this fully lit.
Okay. Hey, man, let me ask you something. There's a thing that goes around where people talk about different holiday movies and what actually is a holiday movie and what's not a holiday movie. Have you heard this argument before?
Oh yeah. Plenty of times.
Now, what's your sweater say?
Oh, it says Merry Christmas. It says Merry Christmas, you filthy animals.
Okay. Now, with that being said, that's a Home Alone reference.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I think most people would say that Home Alone is a Christmas movie. Would you agree with me?
I might disagree. In a sense. That Home Alone is a Christmas movie. Ain't got nothing to do with Christmas. Where in Home Alone, I mean, besides Home Alone 2, Home Alone 2 did have a little bit more of a Christmas reference, but the original Home Alone had absolutely nothing to do with Christmas, other than the fact that it was Christmas time. You know, The backdrop of the whole plot and the story was Christmas.
It was set in Christmas.
It was set in Christmas, which made, it gave them the reason for the plot. So could somebody argue and say that it's not a Christmas movie? Yeah. But then also I would say what makes it a Christmas movie is the nostalgia and what it kind of signifies. So I think that's what we do when we talk about what's a Christmas movie and what's not a Christmas movie, is what does the movie signify? More so than what the Christmas is about. Like what's the Christmas with the Christmas Miracle or whatever and the Santa Claus? That's a Christmas movie.
Miracle on 34th Street.
Yeah, the Miracle joint. Yeah. That's a Christmas movie. Or the Scrooge. Scrooge. It's a Christmas movie. It's Christmas season.
Scrooge, Ghost of Christmas Past and all
Christmas
that.
Past.
It was heavily themed.
That's Christmas.
Yeah.
That's a Christmas movie. We'll say that's a Christmas movie. The Grinch That Stole Christmas. It's not a Christmas movie. But it's like one of those movies you put on during Christmas time.
Yeah.
So does that automatically make it a Christmas movie? What's the Friday
Christmas time?
On Christmas time? Yeah, you get in the mood to want to watch it during Christmas time. It's like watching scary movies during Halloween or whatever.
Yeah. Oh, you talking about Friday After Next?
Yeah. When they with the security guard.
Movie.
Is it a Christmas movie? Some could say Some they got Santa Claus in it. They're celebrating. It's themed around Christmas. Even when the movie's coming on, they got the little animation of the Santa Claus going through. So they're making it Christmassy, but is it a Christmas movie? But it's kind of those like routine things that you kind of got to have in your life just to get you in the mood, get you in the spirit. Just like certain songs that you play. Christmas time comes around. We talked about the Christmas, our Christmas songs. Charlie Brown, you gotta throw on some Peanuts, man. You gotta have that going. And then you gotta throw on Home Alone. You gotta throw on Elf. Yeah. You gotta rock with those movies, man. Just to get you in the spirit. So that's what makes it a Christmas movie. So ultimately, I'm gonna say, you know what? It's a Christmas.
It's not. Oh, no, it is? Okay.
Just cause.
But you know what though? I'm not mad at your point though. I mean, just because it's actually based in a certain time frame of the year, doesn't matter. Like you said with Home Alone, his family could have left him any day of the year. It didn't change the storyline.
Yeah. Summer vacation
had ice outside to use, like, you know what I'm saying, in the plot. Like
for the plot, for the little the shenanigans and whatnot that went on. It would have been something else. It would have been a water balloon or whatever. They've been throwing water balloons or letting the fire hydrant out on them. It'd have been something along those lines. Firecrackers,
Yeah, firecrackers and stuff. Man, I guess so, man. I mean, it's a good point, man. But I think that's what people get caught up in is the nostalgia of when it was released. Yeah, what's the scenes around it and whatnot. But I mean, you wouldn't say that Jason is a lake movie. You know what I'm saying? Like, just
it made me feel like going to the lake. When I go to the lake, man, I think about Jason.
Yeah, it's not, just because it took place in Camp Crystal Lake don't make it a...
Yeah.
I don't know.
I'm gonna say go off of how you feel. How does it make you feel? Does it make you feel in the Christmas spirit?
Not me. Just seem like that's the only time you can get to it.
Oh, not only the only time you can get to it, but come to find out by trying to watch Elf, that's when they charge you the most. Like I couldn't find Elf nowhere. I wanted to watch Elf. I couldn't find it nowhere for the free. And I watch my movies for the free.
Yeah. Elf, The Grinch. There's another one that they
you paying for those. You paying for those.
This time of year you pay for it.
You
probably can find them on HBO or Disney during the year for nothing. Mm-hmm. But you won't watch them during those times.
Yeah, but come around Christmas time,
I remember seeing The Grinch on HBO Max all year long and ignoring it. And I was like, we'll get to it when it's Christmas time. And that ain't up there no more. And it's like, really? y'all took it off then? Because it's premium now.
Yeah, you got to pay for this now. Which, you know what? It makes sense in a capitalist mindset. It makes sense. Why not? Why not, when you know that you have the most attention, capitalize on that attention that you're getting? Why not?
Yeah, man. It makes sense as a capitalist, man. But as a consumer, it really sucks. Really sucks.
It's like, man,
I want to find my Peanuts stuff, man. I can't find it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, unless you happen to be on CBS at the right time. But like, I mean,
and even you got to catch it at the right time. And if not, good luck finding it. Good luck being able to get it. You better go get you one of them box sets at Target or something, and then they're gonna charge you premium at Target for it.
Definitely, man. I don't know, man. It's the holiday season. I know we just talked about last episode. We talked about how it's good to get together and give thanks. Man, it's really about $1 sometimes. Too,
it's about $1. They say it's the season for giving, but it's also the season for taking. It's the season for taking because they're gonna collect them dollars from you. They cashing in. It's time to cash in. That's how corporations look at it. And that kind of changes the spirit of Christmas and holidays. And I know it turns people away from Christmas. And that's not ultimately what Christmas is about. And we get it. We understand it. We know that. But the commercialization of it, it's out of control. It's been out of control. And I think it's getting even more out of control. And we've seen it. We talked about it. Like, we look in the stores before Halloween's even over. Man, matter of fact, it might even be September sometimes. At the end of September, you see Christmas stuff already rolling out. It's like they
start getting ready to sell it.
It's time to cash in. Cha-ching, let's go.
Yeah.
But at the same time, can you be mad at them for taking advantage of the opportunity? Because if us as consumers, if we weren't so heavily on the consumption, then they wouldn't do it. There would be no need to say, all right, let's make Black Friday not a Black Friday. Let's make it a whole Black month. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. We were consuming, so like, every year they're gonna push that line up a little bit more, you know, to see how much can we capitalize on everybody's willingness to spend. So before you know, it's gonna be August. Christmas is gonna be out. It's gonna be soon after 4th of July is over. Christmas is gonna be out. You know, because what other big holiday after 4th of July? We had the big celebration for 4th of July. And then everything else is relatively small. So it's like, all right. And we are already breezing through Thanksgiving. The only thing that might get in its way is because people are putting Halloween so high up on the list now. So you got to have a little bit of, you got to have a section for Halloween. But I think they might move it all the way up to August at some point and say, after 4th of July, give me your money. Let's go. Let's start spending.
Man. You know, that makes me just think, man, like a lot of the holidays and stuff, some of them, okay, for all the woke people, they're pagan. I said it. For all the woke people, they're pagan. Now, back to the conversation. I wish that the holidays, like a lot of them are based in pure intention, but people ruin it with stuff like that. Yeah. Like, you know what I'm saying? Just like, and I heard somebody say one time, there's no such thing as a bad idea, but people mess everything up. Like, you know what I'm saying? Just the idea of everything that you can come up with is probably a good idea, but it's a person who's going to mess it up somehow. You know what I'm saying?
Find a way to get in the way. Find a way to get in the way.
Through greed or greed of power, greed of money, whatever it may be. You know what I'm saying? Just
Control.
the idea of them being better than you. You know what I'm saying? They'll find a way to try to manipulate it and take advantage of it, man. And it's sad that, man, holidays have really been abused like that, because now you get people who just they're Grinches for it. You know what I'm saying? They're Scrooges.
Mm-hmm.
They don't rock with it because they've been over abused, and then they start learning a little bit or hearing stories about other little things, and they give them a reason to just say, all right, I kind of had a hunch. Now I'm done with it, you know, and it shouldn't.
Now, but with those things, it just kind of just goes in and sort of solidifies their
point of view that they were
their prior point of view. You know, and it is our fault, as like I said, as consumers, as those people who make a big spectacle out of it. And not saying I'm one of those, but I'm talking, when I say we, I'm talking about general people make a big spectacle over these things, which, you know, we turn these holidays into something that becomes more stressful. It becomes more of a burden for a lot. Yeah. It separates, you know what I'm saying? You see kids who like, I can't get this, or parents who feel bad because they can't get their kids a certain thing. And then you see other people who are living a high life, and it draws that separation. It starts to polarize, you know, and then crime goes up and all those things. And we see the negative outcomes of these holidays.
Yeah, that's a good point, man. It can bring a lot of bad out of people when it's supposed to be bring good. If the whole theme of it is giving and joy and loving and gratitude for stuff, man, and then people end up with desperation and entitlement, kids with entitlement, their parents stressed and desperate, you know what I'm saying? Like all these jealousy, envy, comparing yourself to other people, you know what I'm saying? Like it brings all these bad traits out when really it's supposed to just be a pure thing. Like, man, we've ruined it. Humans ruin stuff,
and
man.
That's when you get that woke population that goes in so heavy and denounces these things that are just supposed to be meant to be, one, for observance, and then two, you know, just an uplifting spirit. For one, if you don't believe in the religious aspect of certain things like Christmas and Easter, you know, but for those who do want to celebrate and observe it, it's also just a good time for festivities and family and all those things. And we, like you said, great ideas. We hey, let's find a way to celebrate this. And now we just make it. We get in the way. We mess it up. We mess it up,
man. Mess it up. The idea of being able to call the police to save my life is a great idea until somebody kills me. You know, when I call them, it's a great idea. Everything's a great idea.
Yeah.
And what's we were talking about capitalism. What's socialism?
Socialism, yeah.
Great idea. Bad performance of it. That's why people talk so bad about it. You know what I'm saying? But the idea that we're all going to be taken care of and equal and stuff, good.
So you can honestly say, you can honestly say there's almost every entity that you can even think of, from a teacher to a police officer to somebody in the military to whatever it is. We've always found a way to mess something up. A football coach.
Mess it up.
Mess it up.
Fantastic ideas.
Inspiring kids. Yeah. They end up Sandusky and whatnot. Find a way to mess it up, man. We will find, we as human beings will find a way to screw something up. And even the most purest idea, the most purest function that you can think of, we can find a way to screw it up. Yeah. That's crazy.
It's crazy, bro. It is what it is. It's real, unfortunately, but it's insane, man, that none of us, I mean, and maybe this is just me giving too much attention to the smaller group. Most people get things right. It's only a small group that, you know, tend to mess stuff up, but they make it bad for everybody afterwards. You know what I'm saying?
Well, when you say small group, even though that small group is still a large population, though. Because when we're comparing small groups to billions, and we're in the hundreds of millions, that's a lot still.
I mean, from that perspective, you know what I'm saying? But
yeah,
I'm trying to zoom out on it. You know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to zoom in. You zoomed in.
Yeah, I went one way, you went another way. Like, you made me think about, you know what I'm saying, the micro idea.
Real.
And now it's like, jeez. I didn't want you to take it back. I didn't want you to even recant a little bit on it. It's like, nah, man. Now we screw it up. We screw it up.
We are. I try to spin it to a positive.
nah, don't back off of it. We screwing up.
We're gonna stand on that. It's bad out here, man. Because, like you say, if it's 100 million doing something wrong, there's too many people doing something wrong, man. Like, you know what I'm
that's
saying?
Still too many.
Yeah, because it's enough to affect culture at a number like that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I'm just saying, my bad. I mean, I ain't mean to step on your on your recant, but
it's all good, man. It's Christmas time. Ho ho ho. Hey man, let's get into this midpoint review on these sticks, man, because we have not even given our initial thoughts, so we're gonna cram all that into one.
Okay. Yeah, let's do it. All right, so real quick. Oh, you want to go?
Go ahead. Go ahead. Okay. Cool. Go ahead.
Okay. Now, I was going to say, my inclination about the aroma, spot on. It's exactly what I thought it was going to be. It's nice. It's pleasant. It really it's complementing everything I could think I would want from a cigar smoking experience during the smoke. As far as like my whole atmosphere being set. So good notch to this Partagas for setting the stage just right. Mm-hmm. You know, from pre-light to after the first light, and then now getting to this first third, it's just picking up that aroma. It is really nice. It's honestly heavenly. Almost close. I would say it's close to that Davidoff experience I was having, and that's tough to say because that aroma experience was different.
Yeah,
but it's kind of reminiscent of it, like that sweet, a little oily on the texture. Yes, it's in that vein. Not exactly quite there, but it's in that vein. So I just want to speak on that and just say how much I was appreciating that piece of the smoke.
Okay. Now for me, is that your review also? We can go with that for now?
For right now. Yeah, for right now.
All right. So for me, I'm going to say what I noticed in the very beginning of this is this particular cigar started with a very smokiness to it. You know what I mean? Like, we talked about smokiness on some of your previous sticks. I don't know if it's the same thing, but it's like almost like a hickory smoke type vibe. I'm getting a very roasted, some roasted type notes I'm picking up on. And that's what started in the beginning. Now we're starting to transition into more of an almond and cedar type notes. What I'm picking up on at this point in time. So that's where I stand so far. Those are the notes I'm picking up on. Yeah.
So let me ask you this question though, because it's interesting that you said almond specifically. Are you getting to that point to where you're able to pick out like that particular type of nuttiness that you're getting?
Not all the time.
From the smoke, because like when I think it was the last one we smoked, or prior to that one, and I was able to pick up on a pecan type of a taste. So it was more defined and more specific than just the overall general nutty flavor or whatever. Yeah.
No, I'm not always able to. But this one is very almondy. You know what I'm saying? It's pretty clear. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not. Yeah. I don't have one of those palates. So normally, I'll quickly say nutty.
So like, I mean, you could attribute
very general with my notes. But that was I was specific this time because it was specific.
Yeah, or you could say it's just that particular type of cigar that is being very specific about what they're delivering.
Yeah,
it's possible. It's possible. So yeah, hey. So speaking of your stick, your cigar.
Yes.
Last year around this time, we rolled out. We talked about the top 25 cigars. I believe it was an aficionado list last year as well, if I'm not mistaken. So far, Aficionado has not released its full top 25 cigar list, but they did give us the top 10. And then they also gave us the cigar of the year, the 2023 top cigar of the year. So I don't know why they didn't give us the back half of the bottom 15 and why they gave us the 10 first and the top cigar of the year without the other 15. I don't know why they did that. They don't release that until tomorrow, it looks like. But the top 10 and that cigar of the year, that list looked pretty interesting.
Okay.
It looked pretty interesting. And one part of it that was eye-opening to me was like, shame on me. How did I not pay attention to this particular stick? Some of them was like, I see why that one's on there. Another one was like, I've smoked that one. I don't know why. Top 10? I don't know. And where are some of the other ones that I love that are in my personal top 10 that didn't make this list? So we got to address it, man. We got to address it. We got to find out what
I got a gripe with right now.
When you got a gripe with? Okay. So real quick, let's run it down because this is going to get interesting really quick. Really, really quick. Because one pertains to what you got in your hand today. So at number 10, El Popo Belly.
That ain't no Popo.
Belcoso? Popo? El Popo?
No. Now that word is Pulpo. That's Pope with an O. Popo.
Popo. That's what I said.
Sound like you say Popo.
Popo.
Like the cops.
Something like that. Popo.
Okay.
But I've never seen this. I've never seen this cigar before. Have you seen this in your humidors? I've never run into the cigar. So for me to say this, it's in the top 10. It is either shame on me for not being keyed in and cued in on this, or are we throwing just nods at I gotta do some research. Some research has to be done. Yeah. Are we buying our way into a top 10? Because there's so many cigars that I've smoked. I can say it's gotta be a top 10. And I've never seen this stick before. Never seen the brand. Never seen the stick. It's not in any of my humidors. And this is coming from living in Georgia and Northern Virginia, D.C. and Texas and all over the place. Or is it just a heavy regional thing somewhere to where that particular population they're getting it and they got the stamp on what is what in the cigar world?
And see, not only just that, but we are tuned in to what's being released. You know what I'm saying? We might not be buying all of them, but we're aware when a new release comes out. We're aware of the company with somebody. Social media makes it pretty easy to keep track of who's doing what. You know what I'm saying? So we tracking it, and I'm checking websites from time to time also just to see what's out there. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah. So
I'm not familiar with the brand either, but
I got question marks. And I will be doing my research. So if I'm completely wrong and I'm just out of touch, we'll address it. All right. But now at number 10. I'm number 9. I'm sorry. So that was number 10. So now at number 9.
Yeah.
What do we got at number 9? You want to go ahead and let us know what we got at number 9?
We got the Aroma de Cuba, Mi Amor, Belicoso, which was the variation that I was choosing between. And my man sent me to this Reserva, which they're the same stick, but they, two variations of it. Similar sticks, but not the same. Let me say that. But they're both supposed to be highly touted cigars. You know what I'm saying? From what I understand. So I just wish that, he would have sent me in the right direction because I very well could have been smoking that today, giving a review on that.
You could have been smoking the top 10 today. But you got the cousin
should have
instead.
been smoking the top 10.
Or you got the little brother. Or you might have the big brother.
I think I got the big brother, man, because actually based on the price point, this one was a little bit more. You know what I'm saying? Like $1 more. But you can't always judge it off that.
Yeah, can't really go off a price point. Unfortunately. But you should.
But they were, okay, the sizes were slightly different. It's not like I got a bigger stick. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Same shapes, but different sizes. You know what I'm saying? And this size was slightly smaller than the other one. And it was
still
but they're still different. They're still different factors. So you can't get into that. You know what I'm saying? But They
So
would
I'm
give or take
curious.
within $1 each other. So I really could have. You know what I'm saying? They got to be, hopefully.
Somewhere in the same
Yeah.
area. So I'm curious to know what your final review is going to be and what your final rating is going to be, because we're talking about a sibling of some sort to a number 9 cigar of 2023.
Well, it's not a 94. I'll tell you that right now. But we'll continue. Off the gate, no.
It's still brand new into your stick. Yeah. We'll see. We'll see how this thing develops.
I ain't got 94 vibes right off the bat, though. I'm going to just say that. You know what I'm saying? 94 is a high score, man. And we said we about to get more serious about these sticks, too. You know what I'm saying? That 4 spot, 4 and higher. We go 1 to 5, 4 and higher.
It's going to be hard.
More coveted.
Yeah, it's going to be hard to get in that 4 spot. Like I said, from the last episode on, it's going to be hard to get in that 4. It's going to be really hard to get in that 4. You're going to have to work for that. Ain't nobody
paying us. So you got to earn the 4. And people ruined the 4 for y'all, man. You know what I'm saying? People ruined it because, you know, one of our own decided to go out and give a 5 to a T52, if I'm not mistaken. And then once we realized what occurred, we were like, we got to tighten up around here.
Yeah. So that was on us. That was on me.
People ruined it for y'all, so now we got to go ahead and tighten up the 4s.
Leave it to people, we will ruin anything. We get in the way. All right, so that was number 9. Number 8.
Yeah.
Guess who's number 8? Guess what brand is number 8?
I think we're getting into my gripe. This is my gripe number right here.
This is your gripe?
This is my gripe.
We got an Alec Bradley Prensado. The Torpedo specifically. Alec Bradley, number 8 for 2023.
I'm gonna say this. I don't have a gripe with them ranking this as a top stick in the game, because it's been on every list probably that Aficionados put out since 2012. You know what I'm saying? And maybe even before then. But I know how long. When did we start? About 10. In 2010?
2010, 2011, somewhere around there.
Well, when we started following, I've been seeing this cigar on the list ever since we've been following. So at least the past 12 years, that cigar has been on the list. So I understand it's a fantastic stick. And I guess this gripe, you know, I guess I'm picking on Alec, because Alec won't put nothing else out. But there's some other sticks on this list that fall under this same argument I'm making. But I ain't mad at them right now. I'm mad at Alec. You know what I'm saying? Because I want Alec to earn his spot. Stop living off your glory on this one stick.
Glory,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Hey, man, there got to be some sticks that came out, man. Some newer sticks that deserve this coveted spot, man. I see Alec sliding to the back of the list.
Of Alec or some other cigars, other brands outside of Alec.
Period.
Okay.
Yeah, that the 10 spot, man, we got to stop giving it up the same repeat cigars, man. There got to be some new sticks to deserve that look. You know what I'm saying? If you just gave El Popo a crack in the top 10, man, if you don't bump Alec Bradley down to like 18 or something like that, man, you telling me there was only 7 other sticks
better than
Alec? Know what I'm saying? Better than Alex Presnado, which is a stick that it was one of my favorite back in the day. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I ain't smoked it in a while, but I still really my love for it.
But is it your favorite now? Is it? Can you find more than 7 better?
That's what I'm getting at. You know what I'm saying? There got to be 7 better. It can't be the same sticks every year that nobody can overcome. Like, you know what I'm saying? But shout out to Alec, man. You know what I'm saying? That's our boy. Like this is tough love for Alec. I want to repeat this every time because I don't want people to get this misconstrued.
It's tough love. It's tough love.
It's tough love because Alec was one of my original favorite brand. It was Rocky and Alec. Those were my top 2 originally. You know what I'm saying? Like Rocky's still holding me down. I'm mad at Rocky because he's doing too much. He won't stop dropping and give me a chance to go smoke something else.
And Alec not
Alec
doing enough.
is on the total other end of the spectrum.
But still holding down a top 10 spot.
I want him to work harder for it, man. As long as y'all keep doing this, this is what we're gonna keep getting. Or his sons, who's running the brand. You know what I'm saying?
One good stick out of the bunch.
Mm-hmm.
Debatable. One debatable good stick.
Yeah.
All right. So number 7. This might be a gripe of mine. I don't know if it's a gripe of yours. Have you smoked this one? You smoked this one before? I feel like you smoked this one.
I had it. I don't think I got it because I think you got it, and I just lost excitement about getting it.
Now,
and I see it. I just never pick it up. I'd have to pick it up and do it on a random day, not on the show.
You got to. I would say give it a shot for your own, so you can tell me whether I'm out of pocket or not. Because I could be completely out of pocket. But this number 7, Blackened M81 by Drew Estate.
Our boy.
Drew Estate.
There you go.
And I love Drew Estate. But out of every cigar that Drew Estate has dropped, out of all the cigars from Drew Estate, that's the one? That's the one in the top 10. And I've had this one. And it's okay. And maybe I might need to go back because this was, honestly, I'm going to say this is why I want to know if I'm out of pocket. Because this was pre-spice love. The love for spice, or the seeking of spice, or the clamoring for spice. This was pre, I want some spice in my life,
Yeah. Before the new,
and I wasn't. Before it became something. Before it became something that I wanted, that I looked for. So maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm out of pocket. Maybe I'm out of line. I don't know. But I can definitely say this for sure. And we smoked a lot of Drew Estate. That if you're going to throw a Drew Estate, I'm not mad at Drew Estate being in top 10, but I'm like, that can't be the one. That can't be the one.
I'm with you.
I got issues with that.
mean, I understand it. And like I say, I haven't personally smoked that one, so I can't speak on it to the extent you get, but I understand your argument.
It's Drew Estate. Drew Estate got too many juggernauts. Too many juggernauts for that to be the one. I'm sorry. I mean, it's not Drew Estate, it's the list.
Yeah.
I don't know. Am I calling out Cigar Aficionado? Maybe I am. All right, number 6.
Let me ask you this about before you move on to that. Do you know if Aficionado, do they do like a poll, or how do they go about creating this list? Are you aware?
I don't know.
I don't remember.
No, I'm not familiar with it. But
it's just
after
people at the office, and everybody at the office get they top numbers, and
I don't know. Or are you polling your cigar lovers out here? Are you polling the cigar community, or is it just an in-house thing? We need to dig into this, find out who's voting, because if we can get in on them votes, we need to sit at the table.
Yeah, man.
We need to sit at the table.
Yeah, man. What we got for number 6?
All right, number 6. It's a brand I'm smoking today. Partagas, Series P, number 2. So I have not experienced this stick. Like I said, I have very limited experience with Partagas. So I'm not mad at Partagas being on the list because I've only heard great things about them. And every time I have smoked them, like I said, I can probably count on one hand. And they've all been great cigars. But not anything that's a favorite of mine. Not yet anyway. So I'd be curious to check out this Series P number 2 and give it a shot and see, hey, is this the one from Partagas? Because I've always heard great things about Partagas. I just haven't experienced anything that says you're in my top 5 or you're in my top 10. So maybe this is the one. Let me ask you this
about Partagas before we move on from Partagas. You, from your experience with Partagas, you say Partagas don't put you in the mind of a luxury stick when you smoke them, right?
Not from my prior experience, no.
You hadn't had a Mercedes look. Okay.
No.
All right. Just curious.
I've had accurate experience.
What we got for number 5, bro?
Just move on.
I don't want to do this right now, man. I like Partagas, man. I don't want to do this, man. So I'll move on.
No, I've liked them, okay? I've liked them to this point. So I'm not mad at that being number 6. All right, number 5. We got somebody. We got a pretty. I like EP Carrillo Allegiance.
Yes, boy, I like EP.
Confidant. I like that one being there. I like EP being on the list. I like them right where they are. I like them at number 5. I don't see them top 5 or anything higher than 5. So I like them right there, or anywhere lower, maybe. Somewhere between 10 and 5. I'm cool with. So EP, I like it. I feel like I've had that one before. I'm not exactly sure. I need to revisit it to see if it's something that's familiar. But that band, the green band, I remember having a green EP Carrillo some time back. So I'm not mad at EP being there. All right, so number 4. What's up? No, what you
I agree with that. I was thinking about I don't think I had that particular one by EP, but I was sitting here trying to figure it out myself, man, because the band ain't looking like one I had. And I was like, man, I was wondering if the Allegiance came in different variations, but
I think they do. And I think this is.
I feel like I've had an Allegiance, but just
Allegiance, me too. Me too. And I think this one's particularly the Confidant, or there could be some other ones that come under a different badge, but under that same umbrella of Allegiance. So maybe. All right. So number 4, man, we got Rocky. Rocky beat out Drew in the ranking.
Okay.
Put him at number 4. And I'm not mad at this one. Yeah, so it's the ALR, which is the aged, limited, and rare. That's what the ALR stands for. Have I had this one before? No, I haven't had this one before. I came close to picking it up. I think it's a little bit out my price range, if I'm not mistaken, from when I have seen it in the humidor. So, Rocky, you always keep my attention. You keep me from getting to some other lesser known cigars. I'm gonna have to take a moment and grab this one. Rocky is one of those names that they drop. I want him to slow down, but it's like, man, you dropped another one. I gotta find a way to fit into my rotation. So I'm not mad at that being number 4. I'm not mad at Rocky making number 4. Only thing it does is just heighten my curiosity to say, hey, look, I want to give that age limited and rare a shot. So I got to look for it. I've seen it in the humidors plenty of times. Just I don't think I've ever reached for it. I've tried so many Rockies. I'm losing track of which ones I have smoked and which ones I haven't. Right. I'm really losing track. I just know which ones I absolutely have loved throughout time, but I just can't remember all the ones I've tried. So I'm gonna make it a point to get to that one and give it a go.
And you say this was out of your price point. I mean, I think a guy who's had a cigar that's over. You've had 3-figure cigars before. What you mean this is not your price point? What's the price point of this?
I'm talking about for everyday price point. I think it was like in the 30. I can't read. I don't quote me for sure. I don't want
to. Got a $30 cigar, and we've been talking about Rocky ain't got no.
Rocky got some ones that's up there. It's just the fact that we haven't ventured to experience it. And it's like, okay, which one is
humidors though, man? Maybe I just,
look around. They got some
Rocky sometimes, man.
I know, right? You see Rocky, like I see it. They gonna be there. Rocky's gonna be like Rocky's one of those ones like, all right, you gonna be there. I'll swing back around at some point, and maybe you never really actually swing back around to him, or you might actually. All right, let me go and grab one.
Sometimes, I gotta go knowing I'm about to get a Rocky. Otherwise, if I'm going in show mode and I'm like, man, let me try to find something I normally don't get. I just bypassed Rocky, so that could have happened.
Correction. So good thing a Cigar Aficionado puts the price range of the cigars on the article, $16.25 per stick.
That's a 96 rating too.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to give it a go. 96 rating. That's up there. So I will be smoking that one. Now that I know the price point is in a good range and it's not outrageous, I have no reason to not give it a shot. All right, man. We in top 3. Top 3 real quick before we close this thing out. So let's get to them. So number 3. Let me know how you feel about this one.
You say this. These all fall in the same category as what I said about Alec Bradley earlier. The top 3 is just filled with repeat cigars.
I think so. It's been repeat. You're right. You're right.
These are all very familiar faces.
Very familiar. But do you like it? Oliva, V-Series, the Melanio.
Man, you know how I feel about that, man.
I like that one.
Every time.
I like that
every
one.
Time.
I like that one. I mean,
don't miss.
I don't know how much I can say about it. I love it. I think I like it there. I'm going to have to agree with it.
That cigar is like the Steph Curry of sticks, man. You know what I'm saying?
It don't miss.
It's clutch. It don't miss, bro. Like,
so that V series, I told you how, and I want to pat myself on the back. I'm sorry. I brought this one to a humidor in El Paso. Gotta get that one in your humidor. We talked about it before. And as soon as he got it in, it kept selling out. I like to say I got a nice palate. I got a palate for talent.
Hey man, where's the soundboard engineer? Cue up the claps for my man. Claps. He deserves it.
With my applause, man.
Why am I doing manual claps for you, man? I'm tired of these people, man.
Yeah. All right, so number 2. Let's get to the top 2. Let's close it out.
What we got
2023, the number 2 stick of the year. Padron Series 1926, number 48, Maduro. I ain't mad at it. I like Padron. But you know what? Only thing I'm going to say about Padron, and I was thinking about this when I was thinking about some of my favorite sticks that could have made the top 10, is do you feel like Padron sticks are a little dry? Like as far as like the oily.
I know why you would say that. I know why you would say that too. That's the funny thing about it. I understand exactly why you would say that.
Because I've come to like that oiliness, man. I've come that dab it off. It said, you know what? I think I prefer this over, because Padrones they come off dry to me.
Yeah, I guess because I know what you mean, I'd have to say the answer is yes. The stick I got now is coming off that way. You know, there's a dryness to it. You know what I mean?
So you think it's important to have a little bit of oiliness on your leaf?
It adds something. You just don't go crazy with it. You know what I'm saying?
Don't go crazy with the oil and the leather like gherkin and whatnot. But a nice touch to some oiliness on your wrapper. I think it ups the value, like you said, add something to it. And I want to see if this one particular from Padron does that in a sense. And the only issue, like I said, the only issue I have with Padron being a number 2 is because I haven't experienced that. And I think dry for me takes it notches down. And I wouldn't put it at 2 from my experience with Padron, Padron. But I'd be curious to see what this one particular is like. So I got to go pick this one up and get that one a shot too, to see, does it add a little something to it that keeps it away from that particular thing that I particularly don't like, which is that dryness. But I like Padron overall. So number 2, I'm not mad at it. I'm just curious to see at certain price points, at certain constructions, does it up it a notch in to get it that number 2. Because I can see where Padron can get number 2, but I want to see if it's justified. I want it to be justified.
I respect that.
And let's close this out with number 1. This is the top number 1 cigar of the year for 2023. We got Fuente, Opus X.
That Opus X.
The Reserva de Chateau.
Yeah.
I've only heard great things about it. So I'm not surprised and I'm not shocked. I haven't had the experience with it myself, but I have heard some people say that's their favorite stick. I have heard it said.
Yeah, the Opus X is one of those sticks, man. You see a lot of positivity around it. Yeah, it's our boy. And so I don't have no doubt that that's the case. Like you say, with something we're gonna have to mess around with.
Yeah. So. And that's where I come in with the shame on me, because how do I love Fuente so much? And I know that this cigar existed, and I've heard people say great things about it and sing its praises. And now it being the top cigar of the year for 2023, and I haven't experienced, I haven't had it in my hand. So shame on me. Shame on me. It's Fuente, and it's one of the few that they do outside their standard normal reserves.
Right. Hey man, it's coming soon. We'll talk off air. I think we need to make something happen with a few of these on this list. You know what I'm saying? Because we can find them. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure. But that, ladies and gentlemen, is the top 10 cigars in the 25 list. We'll see what the next 15 looks like, the bottom half of that 15 after tomorrow, and we might speak on it briefly on the next episode. But yeah, so hopefully y'all have y'all own experience with it at home. If y'all agree, disagree, hey, let your boys know about it. Let us know about it.
Definitely. Most definitely. Hey, let's get into these reviews for what we got going on right now.
All right.
I'll kick it off.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll kick it off. So this week, I smoked the La Aroma de Cuba, the Mi Amor Reserva. And this is about where I'm at into the stick at this point in time. When I first began smoking this cigar, what I noticed was it had a very hickory roasted type smell to it. It was very roasty. It was it just was a lot of toastiness to the stick, what I was picking up on. Then from that point in time, I began to pick up on a little bit of almond and a little bit of cedar kind of mixed in there together, giving me a unique flavor. Now, as Denzel mentioned earlier in the show, I also picked up on this stick was a little dry. You know what I'm saying? There was some dryness to it. And I have become a bit of a fan of having a little bit of oil to a cigar. So if you're into that, you may not get some of that with this particular stick. There's some earthiness to this stick, some coffee notes. And that's pretty much what I picked up on throughout the different tasting notes of this cigar, of where I've made it to. I'm just getting into the second, third, once again, of this cigar. We rate our cigars from 1 to 5 based on what I've experienced so far. I'm personally not going to get this to the coveted 5. I mean, coveted 4 spot, but it will get a 3.9 with me.
Ooh, a hair underneath. Okay. And this is the cousin, brother, sibling, whatever, relative of one of the top 10s of the year.
Oh, yeah. And this particular stick itself is rated 94. 94. You know,
okay.
A lot of Ashton vibes, though. It does put me in the mind of a Ashton stick. You know what I'm saying? Now that I know that, it's like, makes sense. You know what I'm saying?
It adds up.
It adds up. Good stick. Very good stick.
Yeah, 3.9. That's solid.
But would I say that it deserves to be, you know, number 94 or number 8 of all the sticks? Based on my palate, no.
Maybe.
No, it doesn't.
Wow. Man, all right. Well, there you have it.
And if you've been following us for a while, I guess we've been a little lenient. So maybe my scoring was harsh, but
a few episodes ago, it might have made it to the 4, possibly.
Maybe a few episodes ago, it might have got a full 1 out of me. You know what I'm saying? But
hey, I say we being real. We got to make these ratings super legit, bulletproof, legit ratings. So I'm with you on it. All right, so Partagas, man. This Florida Tobacco's 1845 white label. Like I said, the best thing about it to this point still is that aroma, the atmosphere that is set. Like I said, nice and sweet off the pre-light, and then the light just got even better. I'm still even getting some sweet aroma off the stick, not necessarily sweet from the draw and all the notes that I'm getting on my palate, but sweet aroma in the air. So I do like that, but not overly sweet, just done just right. Kind of like that molasses type of feel. But as far as what I'm getting on my palate, some earthiness, some good nice toastiness, like not too much on the nutty, peanutty type of deal, but nice and smooth in that range. But I gotta say, this is probably my favorite Partagas I've had to this point. I gotta say that with the aroma, I think the aroma, I'm a sucker for aroma. Is it giving me the best palate taste? No, I wouldn't say that. Of all the cigars I've had, but of all the Partagas, I would say yes. But then that aroma definitely heightens it a little bit. Nothing harsh, nothing bitter, nothing too spicy, nothing spicy at all. Which it's not bad. Even though we look for it, it's not bad if you miss with the spice. I definitely am somebody who still will take a cigar and enjoy a cigar, even if you don't give me that spice at some point. And you see, I'm getting into that second, third, so it's kind of really settling in. So I don't really see that spice even coming in at too many points, other than maybe that tail end in that final third, potentially. So we still got something to look forward to see if it ever comes and hits me at any point. But I will say it's probably my favorite Partagas I've had to this point. And like I said, I've only had a handful of them. But is it one of those top 10s? Could it match this the Series P number 2? I don't know. But it does make me curious to get to that Series P number 2 to say, let me see what Partagas has. What more do they have in store? How far up can they take me down their food chain? So, with that said, we're going to rate it out of 5. And I'm nervous to say this, man, because I don't know how you're going to take it. I'm giving it a 4, man. I'm putting it in the 4 class. I'm putting it in the 4 class. I'm going to do it. I didn't want, and I'm going to be honest, coming into today's episode, I was hell-bent on not giving the cigar a 4. Like, I'm just not going to give any 4s. But I got to say, Partagas, yes, with this white label, 1845, you earned a 4. You earned a 4. Yeah. It's a good smoke. It's a nice, cool, chill smoke. It's vibey. I'm gonna say that it's vibey. It's one of those ones you go sit on the patio in some 70-degree weather in December, and you just enjoy yourself. Texas.
Enjoy yourself.
Enjoy it. Yeah.
Hey, man. All right, there you have it. That is episode 75. We appreciate y'all for tuning in to this week's episode of the Cigars and Everything Else podcast. We'll get with y'all later. Happy holidays to all of y'all, too. Ho, ho, ho.
Yeah. Cigars up.
Picks up.